G'day, it's Roy West here from Sunland Caravans. Look, today I'd like to tell you a bit about our Phoenix. We've been talking a lot in recent times about our Blue Heeler model, but now we want to focus a little bit on our Phoenix, which is the slightly more upmarket version. So, unlike most of these that I do, I've actually got some notes today because, to be honest with you, there's so many things for me to try and remember, I'm getting a little bit confused. So bear with me if I refer to my notes. So I want to show you some of the things that are actually different between the Phoenix and the Blue Heeler. And I guess I'd start at the toolbox. This toolbox, which is a Phoenix feature, is much larger than the Blue Heeler toolbox, and it actually has three separate sections to it. Section one is a generator slide. In the center we have the two 9-kilo gas bottles, and on this side here we've got an area that you can actually put your jerry cans in, or any other storage things. So the only area of this toolbox you can't really use for storage, apart from what it's purpose for, is the gas bottles, because you can only put gas bottles in that. But aside from that, that's actually quite a large area. We've got the generator slide on this side here, so you can put your generator in there. It's been made to accommodate a larger generator as well. So I think you can put something like a 2.7 Yamaha in it, and actually you may even be able to fit the 3 kVA Honda, the new 3 kVA Honda. So that's one of the big feature differences between the Phoenix and the Blue Heeler. The other big difference between the Phoenix and the Blue Heeler is that this is an aluminium frame van. So it's got our aluminium composite chassis underneath. It's still got the sandwich panel floor, but these are an aluminium box section welded frame with a 4.5 millimeter thick fiberglass covering on the outside. Look, this is so strong. You don't need to worry about hail. You won't need to worry about small branches. And if you do need to get a repair done on this, if something really is able to smash that, it's repairable in situ. You don't have to pull the Caravan apart to actually do a repair. So it's a fairly big feature on it. The other feature on the Phoenix, which is an identifiable feature from a distance, is the fact that the Phoenix has two windows instead of the large window. Personally, this is a preference for me. I like the idea of being able to separate my light, my airflow and security, and it's a much stronger structure because we've got a much smaller hole on the side of the Caravan. So it is actually quite a bit stronger. On this one we've got the same two water tanks as we have on the Blue Heeler. So you've got your 190 litre tank plus your 60 litre drinking water. If we go back round the front, because I did neglect to point this one out, the electric jockey wheel leg. This is a really, really good feature. This feature allows you to be able to raise the front of your Caravan on and off your coupling without having to worry about winding jockey wheels up and down. We give you the jockey wheel as well because there are times where you need to move the Caravan around and push it around. You can't use the leg for that. But for getting the Caravan on and off, it's simply a matter of pushing the buttons and on and off you go. Easy peasy. Probably the biggest noticeable difference is the shape of the cabinetry. This is down at a slight angle. It's got a lot more style and a much nicer finish. The galley, again, is a completely different galley. So on this one, it actually comes with a 32-inch TV. Rather than the 24 that you can see in this picture. But this rail that comes all the way through, this is quite handy for hanging things off there, tea towels, or even cup hooks. So you wouldn't do this while you're travelling, but if you were to hang little hooks up there, if you're cooking, you can hang things on it, you can put your cup on there. Keeps your bench space nice and clean, which I kind of like. This has got a much larger window in the Phoenix, where your stove sits in the centre here. Now you've got two options with the Phoenix. One is to have the stove as you sit like it is. And in this one of the options that's available is this Evo stone. This is like a marble type finish. We actually cut that and shape it and design it to suit the van. So this is a slightly different one to the standard Phoenix. Standard Phoenix is still a laminated surface with an acryl full splashback at the back here. So that's a little bit different. But as you can see over the Blue Heeler, this is a completely different galley. The microwave comes down. This is shaped nicely, so you get a much larger work area. This particular van, they've opted for an option of an oven. That isn't standard on the Phoenix. We come into the Ensuite. The Ensuite itself is larger, much wider Ensuite here. Washing machine is standard. And you can see this is a fiberglass sink, but it's different to the Blue Heeler. It's a different shape, and it's got the addition of drawers. All again with the top of the range soft close. What we've got here is an insert. So you've got your electrics at the very top, and with the electrics we've got our controls, our water heater, our battery controls, solar isolation, water tank sensor gauge, and mains inverter. This comes with an inverter on the Phoenix, and isolations for all of that. And then if we come down a little bit, you'll see here there's a recess. The recess is made in here. This actually allows you to get a little bit more shoulder room. So if we're sitting on the loo, as we invariably need to do, we've got a lot more space around us. But this area will also allow us to put some towels. And down the bottom there's a recess where you can put things like toilet rolls. I actually like this. You know, I'm going to so many caravans. If you walk into a caravan and you don't sit on the loo, don't consider buying it, because you really need to do that. You need to try it. Sounds a bit silly, but most of them don't give enough room to actually wipe it. Well, anyway, you get the gist. The other thing is the shower. So again, the shower is slightly different on the Phoenix, but it's huge, as you've come to expect on all the Sunland products. But in this particular one, we've also got these trays at the back here that allow you to put your soaps and your hair shampoos, or your body washes, or your scrubs, or whatever it is that you want to put in there. So there's a little bit more space in here, and also this storage. And again, what a fantastic shower this is. I've been reading a lot on complaints on forums and so forth in recent times about caravans manufacturers not getting their act together with the shower drains because water pools. We have now for years been using this channel that's put in such a way that no matter how the van sits, the water will always go down. So it's not true that caravan manufacturers don't do this. Here's a manufacturer that does do it. It's a question of whether or not the general public want to pay the money for a high quality product like this or not. And that's a decision that only you can make. It's really got nothing to do with the manufacturers, it's got to do with your pocket. Same applies when we go to buying Chinese products too, by the way, but again, I'm not going to worry about that too much. We also have some nice features like the motion detection light in the bathroom. If you have to get up in the middle of the night to use the loo, you're not necessarily going to wake up your partner, because being a yellow light and motion detection, you're down this end of the caravan before the light automatically comes on. You can override that feature, but generally speaking, you just have it in motion detection, and then as you walk up to it at night, that light will come on. All the other lights in here, by the way, are able to be turned on or off, and they work off the master switch. There is one large light in the bedroom that has the blue light built into it, and then you can intensify it from a blue light to a low white to brighter to an even brighter again. So that's some of the things on the lights on the van as well. The Phoenix also has got power hatches over the toilet and the shower, and the fantastic hatch here. I love the fantastic hatch. Fantastic by name and fantastic by features. This hatch contains a rain sensor inside it, so that if it's raining or starts to get raining while your vent is open, it'll automatically close itself. I really love that. But it can also be reversed, so you can pump air in or draw air out of the caravan using this vent. The other thing is, another really good feature on this is it's got a temperature sensor. So if you go to bed at night and it's really hot, you can change that sensor so that as it gets colder during the night, it automatically turns itself off. Fan will stop spinning, the lid will come back down again, and you're not going to create that cold gust air in the middle of the night when you cool down a bit. This also has got in the Phoenix, it's got the Sirocco fans. Sirocco fans are another fan I like. They don't draw a lot of power, and they have got a timer on them. So you can, like the fantastic hatch, although that works automatically, this one works on a timer. So you can say, like, in an hour or 2 hours time, I want you to turn yourself off because I don't want that blast of cold air in the middle of the night. Other features on the Phoenix include the fact that it's got the rear camera as standard, external table as standard, the external speakers, and a rubbish bin in the galley. This particular one doesn't have that. Customers have opted to go for the Evo Stone and not have that particular feature. We've got two 180 solar panels, 1 times 200 lithium battery and a 3000 watt inverter. We've also got lights in the kick panels. Okay, so a couple of other changes that's also been made for the Phoenix range is now we've gone with 12-inch brakes, 17-inch wheels, and the automatic airbag suspension. Now, those of you that know me will tell you that I've never been a big fan of automatic airbag suspension. I believe that there is an element of less reliability in that than the standard ones, but the demand has been so strong, and there's lots of other manufacturers out there arguing the benefits of the airbag suspension, that we've now made that as a standard feature on the Phoenix. And if you're like me, you may want to delete that option, but it has now got automatic airbag as standard equipment. So I hope that helps you with a better understanding of some of the new features and the differences between the Blue here and the Phoenix model. And I look forward to seeing you in the future. Take care, but hey, be quick. We're running out fast. Ciao.